Overcoming fear of injuries and recovery. What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness. Man, you may or may not remember a year ago today, I tore my groin and lower abdominal muscles. I was black from my belly button to my right knee, and that was about 10 days after the injury. I'd just taken a picture to post on Instagram to show people what was going on. But if you'll notice, the hack squat was facing the mirror in the video previously that you just watched, and now it's facing away. I have to admit, I'm one of the most superstitious lifters I care to talk about, but I have to be right mentally, and most of you guys and gals know this. You got to be ready. So this is actually only 585. This is not the amount of weight that injured me, but this is the most weight that I've been under for a year since that injury, just because I've had a fear of re-injuring myself in the position that I get into and that feeling that I get when I actually injure myself. Now, several reasons that I want to talk to you guys about overcoming this fear of re-injuring myself and actually on the strong road to recovery. First and foremost, I'm so excited that I'm back underneath a little bit of weight on the hack squat. I actually love hack squats. I've been doing them for decades, and it's bothered me mentally that I have not been able to get my mind wrapped around getting back underneath any kind of weight on that hack machine. Now, there's a lot of people that'll put a box in the front of that to make the lift easier, and I could have done that, and I kind of struggled with doing that before I started this lift, and I thought, you know what, I got to do it right. I'm going to go ahead and attack this lift. I haven't had any kind of weird impingements or pains or feelings in the growing lower abdominal area probably 4 or 5 months. I literally have felt it every squat workout, every leg press workout, every box squat workout, even every deadlift workout for about 8 months after that injury. I was down and out for I was back underneath doing things for my legs, I would say 7 days later, but I'm talking like ounces, not pounds, not hundreds of pounds by any means. But it wasn't really hard to get back underneath like Hatfield squats or pit chart squats because those are self-spotting. But it took me a good 4 or 5 months to really start pressing heavy on the leg press and squats. And I started my power program to gain the strength for my deadlift. You notice that I pulled 700 pounds off blocks, of course, just the other day after a year of pulling 600. But that injury has always haunted me. Now, how I got over that, I just finally bit the bullet and said, I got to try it. My biggest concern and what I wanted to talk about was superstitions. I always have to make sure that the right strap that I started with using on my right wrist stays on my right wrist. My knees have to be wrapped the exact same way. I have to take the same path going to the bench or the squat or the deadlift or the hack squat or whatever I'm doing when I'm going into power, because it's a mentality I've had for I don't want to say the 40 years I've been lifting, but for at least the last 20 years, with Branch and Ronnie and Mark and Jay and everybody else that I've trained with. It's been something that has, I don't want to say it's a curse, but it's a good thing to get into your mind mentally to make sure that there's no distractions. And why I talked about earlier, there was a lot of distractions. That's why I dumped on 7 wheels instead of successfully going up to 8 and 9 wheels, because I was completely distracted. I didn't know which knee wrap I'd use beforehand. I was thinking about that. There was too many people in the mix getting me ready for the lift, and I was just thrown off. Now, with that being said, I've got to say, again, so excited that I was actually able to get back on that hack squat and lift properly, some pretty good weight. I'm on my 3 sets of 10 program for the next month or so, just changing up. I'm off of the power, 5 sets of 5, 4, 4, etc. I'm still working on getting stronger, but I'm also trying to fine-tune my physique now. I've been sitting at 300 pounds for the last year or two, 85 to 305, and I'm kind of starting to dial down a little bit. So stay tuned for what's in store for that. I also wanted to mention the intensity line is still available at stacks.co. That link will be in the description box. And I wanted to start doing my hot rod stuff again too, because I've been working on an old 1991 Chevrolet pickup truck. I've had 12 of those in the past. My hot rod channel is in the description box. Go check that out and follow that as well. And I wanted to know if you guys wanted me to start posting little projects that I've done. I've done something every week to upgrade that hot rod, and it's actually running pretty good now, getting about 18 miles a gallon, about 450 horsepower. So let me know in the description box or actually the comment section if you guys are interested in that too. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, 10 City Rules, train hardcore, overcome those fears. Don't worry about those steps that you have to take to get those lifts, because that's who it is that made you who you are. We'll see you next video. And one more thing, I completely forgot to mention the banner on the wall, what has helped me in my brutal recovery, aggressive recovery in my 50s now. Shouldn't be squatting in the 600s or deadlifting in the 700s or leg pressing anything over 600 or 700, but I would like to attribute my recovery and my pain-free lifting to the band bells. There you go.